Fibonacci sequence is one of the most famous sequences to have ever been characterized. What makes the sequence of numbers so interesting is how common and universal it is in our world around us. Fibonacci sequence is a recursive sequence, which means to find the next term, you add the two previous terms together. In math terms, that means f of n equals f of n minus 2 plus f of n minus 1. In Fibonacci sequence, the first two terms, f of 1 and f of 2, are both 1. To find the third term, you add both of these together to get 2. To find the fourth term, you add 1 and 2 together to get 3. Following this pattern will give you the sequence of the Fibonacci numbers. There are a lot of cool patterns to be found within the Fibonacci numbers. For example, the golden rectangle. The golden rectangle is built by putting squares of length f of n side by side in a spiraling pattern. The ancient Greeks considered the dimension of this rectangle to be the most pleasing to the eye. If you form perfect arcs between opposite corners of each square in the same spiraling pattern as you built the rectangle, you create the golden spiral. Fibonacci first discovered this sequence when he posed his famous question: if it takes 1 month for a pair of rabbits to mature, another month for them to reproduce a new pair of rabbits, and assume no pairs die, how many pairs of rabbits will you have after 1 year? Let a pink dot represent a new pair of rabbits, and a green dot represent a mature pair of rabbits. In the first month you have a new pair, and therefore 1 pair of rabbits. In the second month, that pair becomes mature, and again you have 1 pair of rabbits. In the third month, we assume the pair of rabbits live, and reproduce a new pair of rabbits. Now, there are 2 pairs of rabbits. In the fourth month, the original pair lives again, reproduces a new pair, and the second generation becomes mature. There are now 3 pairs of rabbits. If you continue this pattern, in the 5th month you have 5 pairs of rabbits, in the 6th month you have 8 pairs of rabbits, and in the 7th month you have 13 pairs of rabbits. To find how many pairs of rabbits you have after 12 months, you take the 12th term of the Fibonacci sequence, which is 144, to find that you have 144 pairs of rabbits. Oftentimes, this pattern of pink and green dots is replaced by a pattern of 1s and 0s. This is known as the golden string. Fibonacci sequence is commonly found in nature, specifically in the growth of most plants and many animals. Take, for example, this sunflower. Fibonacci sequence can be found in the arrangement of the seeds. If you follow the red and blue lines, you'll notice the seeds are arranged in the golden spiral. There are 21 spirals following the red pattern in one direction, and 34 spirals following the blue pattern in the other direction. Both 21 and 34 are Fibonacci numbers, and, further, they're consecutive numbers in the sequence. Here's another example, the pineapple. It has 8 spirals in one direction, and 13 spirals in the other direction. Pine cones also have Fibonacci sequence. There are 5 spirals going in one direction, 8 spirals in another direction, and 13 spirals in a third direction. Notice once again that all numbers are consecutive numbers in the Fibonacci sequence. Seeds aren't the only places Fibonacci sequence can be found. Do you see it in the petals? There are 13 spirals going around. We have seen where Fibonacci sequence can be found in plants, but I also mentioned it can be found in many animals too. Do you remember this golden spiral? Look how similar it is to this nautilus shell. Even weather phenomena, such as hurricanes, take on patterns related to Fibonacci sequence. We have now seen what Fibonacci sequence is, how it came to be about, how to find the nth term, and have explored some of its real-life applications. I hope you found the Fibonacci sequence as fascinating as I do.